The moment the woman saw Gu Juye stride into the banquet hall with full authority, her breath caught in her throat, because the man she had wanted to flirt with was the very man she had spent the previous night with. Last night, she hadn't been searching for love. She only wanted revenge. Revenge on her cheating husband, who had spent the night with another woman, a man who had already strayed from her life. In anger and wounded self-respect, she chose a stranger, just to feel that she was still a woman. At dawn, she left, without asking his name, without looking back. To her, that man was merely a tool for revenge, but she had no idea. The man she thought was ordinary was not someone to be bought or used, but the infamous Gu Juye, a name that made people tremble. And that single night turned Gu Juye's entire world upside down. The woman had already slipped into his heart. At that very moment, he swore this woman would be his. The next day, he deliberately hosted a grand return banquet. Every powerful name was present. Everyone wanted to see the real Gu Juye. The woman came too, for business, out of compulsion. But the instant her eyes fell on Gu Juye walking into the hall, her heart began to pound. That man, it was him. Gu Juye was watching her, waiting, but she passed by him pretending not to recognize him. At that very moment, another poison seeped into her world. Her husband arrived, bringing his cunning mistress along. He had no concern for her dignity, none at all. But at such a grand occasion, the woman didn't want a spectacle, so she stayed silent. The mistress, however, had not come to stay quiet. She came to provoke, to humiliate. But the woman was no soft prey. Sharp words flew. The air filled with gunpowder. A hand was about to rise when someone stopped it. Then her husband stepped in, without knowing the truth, without listening. He passed judgment. In his eyes, his wife was the one at fault. Marital dignity, respect, to him, they were nothing but empty words. Now that no one cared about her, why should she care about anyone else? She looked straight into Gu Juye's eyes and said boldly, "I have a question. Why are you standing beside her? Why don't you come to me? I'm giving you a chance." The cheating husband exploded with rage. His fist swung through the air. Gu Juye stepped forward. At that moment, the husband abandoned his mistress and pulled his wife back to himself. The banquet ended, and Gu Juye took the woman away with him, because that night was no longer just a memory. It was the beginning